Hey, what's up? My name is Kevin Strasser, and I'm going to show you how to create really cool looking light streaks like this one using Photoshop. I am using the CS3 version, but the steps I'm going to be showing you are steps that you can use in any other Photoshop version that you have. So, in case you were wondering, that's it. One thing that's cool about these is, well, if you zoom in here, you'll notice that as you go along the path of the light streaks, the thickness changes. Like it's skinnier, all of a sudden there's a really thick spot right here, and then some weird thick bump right here. So that's something that you'll learn in this tutorial, is how to make the light streaks more flowy, more organic looking, and more dynamic. Here's some other examples of light streaks, ones that I've created. These are lightning streaks, which are pretty cool. Some are just crazy looking. This one's personally my favorite. Some with outer space, some that have rings. They don't even have to be streak-like. They can just be symmetrical if they wanted to. That's about it. So yeah, let's get out of there. I have more of my I have more artwork of my light streaks shown in high quality in my DeviantArt display. So if you wanna check out more of my artwork, just go to the link in the description box below. So let's go to File, Close. Let's close this. Let's go to File, New, and create a new document. Click OK. Give it a second. There it is. Background. Let's select the background. You can push Shift F5 or just go to Edit, Fill. And we're gonna fill this background layer with black. And click OK. And that's that. We'll also go over to the Paths tab and create a new path. Now get your pen tool out and let's zoom out of here real quick. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to create a simple light streak from there to there, whatever. I'm not going to be too perfect with how the shapes go. Now this is where the dynamic part comes in, with how to make it more organic with the thickness changes. What you're going to do is you're going to create another anchor point right next to the end zone, and what you're going to do is you're going to create anchor points that basically follow the original path from left to right. So this was the path from left to right. Now we have to repeat the exact same path from right to left, because we have to close the path down. And we'll create another one for right here. It's almost like creating a railroad. You know, I have to have the rails follow next to each other, even though that they're dynamic, and if a train follows it, the train's gonna die or something. I don't know. Moving on. So after you close the path down, and if you're not satisfied with your results, you can fix your path by pushing A, which brings out the direct selection tool, and you can just click on the path, and you can just readjust the you can just move the whole thing around if you wanted to, and you can just take the direct selection tool and adjust anchor points individually for, like, oh, this is supposed to start out really skinny, and then this is supposed to get thicker, you know, whatever. That's the whole point. Anyways, so after that's done, after you're done with fiddling with your path, you're going to go down to the bottom. There's a little dotted circle button. If you click that, it'll turn your path into a selection. Then we can go back to the Layers tab, create 2 new layers, and the first layer is going to be called white. Second layer is going to be called color. And for the white, we're going to go to the fill options, and we're going to fill it with white. And this is basically going to be the kind of like the light source for the light streaks, kind of like these, how there's light in the center, and then as it glows outward it shows its color. As you can see, like, there's white here, but as it glows to the outside, as it blurs away, it shows red. So yeah, anyways, let's shut off the white just momentarily, and we'll go to the color layer. And for the color layer is simple, we just fill it with the color that we want, but I like to fill mine with a gradient, and we'll use the same gradient from the previous document that I got rid of, and then we'll deselect. So that's pretty much it, and then we'll turn on the white layer again. What we're going to do with the color layer is we're going to duplicate it. Oh, hold on, let's call this color original, and we'll take the original color layer and duplicate it. And what we'll do with the copy is we'll go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and we'll blur it out just enough until you can see there's a little bit of a fuzzy edge next to the white layer. So that looks good. 6.8. Click OK. Now let's zoom in again. Now that's the glow, but that's not enough. We really need to bring out the glow more. So what we'll do is we'll duplicate the copied layer, and that'll brighten it out more. But we're not done yet. We're going to take the original color again, and we'll go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and this time we'll bring up the radius a lot higher to, like, maybe, I don't know, 26.1, and then we'll duplicate that layer again, and then delete one layer. So the glow looks a little bit more intense, and we'll go back to the original color and we'll duplicate it again. We'll Gaussian blur it yet again, and this will be for a very large blur. This is the outside blur, and we'll duplicate it a few times because it's blurred out pretty well and it's really hard to see. We might duplicate them one more time. Alright, so there's that. There's the really cool glow effect, and let's merge all these layers together. And you're wondering, hey Kevin, why didn't you just go to the blending options and, you know, done an outer glow on the color original? I mean, wouldn't that make things easier? It could make things easier, but if you wanted a light streak to change color, the blending options, if you go to right click, go to blending options, and you select outer glow, and if you notice there's only one color for the glow, and it's just whatever color you make it. The glow doesn't change from green to blue to purple to orange like the other like the Gaussian blur did. However, if you only had one color in your light streak, and yeah, you can totally just go to the blending options and just pick that color as a glow, and then do that. But if you wanted, your light streak to have more color in it, you don't go to the blending options. You go to the Gaussian blur setting. Since I merged all those layers together, hold on, let's do that one more time. Merge layers. What we can do is go to the blending options and go to the inner glow. Select this as white, and then check the center for the source, and then we can mess with the size. And this, I guess, would be like to mess with the fuzziness of the white core. So if I just that looks good. Okay. So that's the whole idea of making a light streak, and from there on you can just do whatever you want, like, I don't know, create a new layer and fill it with black, set it to screen, and then go to filter, render, lens flare, and then, I don't know, select a lens flare somewhere, like right there, and then do a curves adjustment. So we'll brighten it up a bit, and then bring the redness down, and then bring the blue up and the green down, just to have that purple bluish color. We can mess with the contrast so it looks more fascinating. So that's pretty much it. I don't know, I'm just fiddling around here right now, but you pretty much got the whole idea. There's a lot more cool things that you can do with this. There's so many powerful tools you can use for these light streaks. So keep that in mind. And if you liked this tutorial, please leave a comment below, and if this video was good enough, I might even make more tutorials for Photoshop. And check out my YouTube channel. There's actually I actually have like a light streak background in my channel, which is pretty cool. And subscribe if you want to see more videos. I'll have more videos coming up. And if you wanted to see more of my Photoshop artwork, just go to my DeviantArt account. I'll have a link in the description box. So my name is Kevin Strasser, and thanks for watching.